So yeah, so the purpose of this morning is going to be pretty simple. One is we are going to just kind of go over what you can expect for the next 12 weeks, what track is, and kind of the layout, how it's laid out into 3 segments. So we're going to discuss that. We're going to walk through kind of the expectations on what we expect of you over the next 12 weeks. So we'll talk about that. And then we are going to just have a couple people who have been through track, or leaders, if you're here, share something that you want to share. Like, how did it change your life? What has it done for you, this program? And then we'll kind of just break out a little bit of Q&A. And then afterwards, guys, we might not take the whole hour. Afterwards, for those of you who are leaders, so I see Eric, you're here, Michelle, Kristen, stay on with me for a little bit so that we can make sure we're all on the same page and supporting our people. So first off, I'm going to, again, welcome you guys to the locker room. If I haven't met you, hi, Bob. If I haven't met you guys, we're just so excited to have you here. We are pumped. And here's why. Because track will change your life. I say that with a very dramatic pause because I want you to think about, is she going to say something, or do I need to think about what she just said? Track, if you participate, will change your life. Track will help you grow your business. Absolutely. Track will take you from wherever you are in your business and help you grow to 25 more transactions if you do the work. I don't know if I have any marathon runners out here, but I thought it was a brilliant idea, like in my 15 years ago, that I was going to run a marathon. Yeah, I just think I'll do this one day. And then I made it very public, and then I went out and I said, hey guys, I'm going to run a marathon. You guys want to contribute to this gal who had cancer? And then I really had to run the marathon because now I raised $4,000 for this gal. And I'm like, oh crap. This is the same kind of thing. This is the oh crap. When you make the intention to your people and you said you're going to do this to your family and to yourself, you better oh crap and show up. Because I'm passionate about what track will do for you. So what will it do? Here's the 3 phases, guys. Launch, accelerate, and achieve. It's 12 weeks. The launch phase is we're going to go through what methods of prospecting you're going to do. We're going to give you what we call the challenge, which means the 5 to 25 every single day, the most basic thing to walk away from on a daily basis, that you'll be talking to 5 people a day. Okay, these are conversations in context. Okay, Kit, what's a conversation? What's a context? I always get asked that question. A conversation is a 2-way dialogue. That means if I call Michelle and she doesn't call me back, did we have a conversation? No. If I email Eric and Eric emails me back, did I have a conversation? Yeah, okay. 2-way dialogue, one to the other. If I send a mass blast email and nobody responds to me, that's not a contact. Conversations. You're in the grocery store. You bump into somebody accidentally. Sorry, I violated your 6 feet. Here's my business card. And they say, thank you. I'll take it. It's a conversation. Whether the body language was there or not, or you gave them a hug, I don't know. Trip over and follow them, give them a hug, and tell them to pay it forward. That's a conversation, okay? So the very beginning of track, the first 4 weeks, it's going to be about prospecting. It's going to be about your 5 contacts a day, about social media. It's going to be about priority management. This is a hard one. I watch it over and over again. You guys, I don't know how many times I've seen that video, and it's still, every time I reprioritize the same priorities that I have, right? Your values. And if you value making a difference in your financial life, you're going to value showing up every day for your business. Okay. We're going to do some role plays. Kristen, you are going to be creating a Facebook page for us. You want to tell us really quickly what do we even have a name yet, or no?
We don't have a name yet. No. So that's, okay. It'll be our regional track, October regional track stars or something like that. But what we'll do is invite all of you to the group based on your attendance here.
Yep. So does that mean we need to get attendance from our leaders?
Yes.
Kristen, on who's here? Okay, yes. Leaders, take note. Who is here? We're going to need to know that so we can invite people. Guys, this is the first day, which means you're going to launch and we're going to have conversations and dive into the content next week. if you have people in your offices that you're like, hey man, I would love to have you join me as an accountability partner, it's not too late. So if you've got people that you're like, I see Dylan there. Hi, Dylan. If you've got somebody else that's in the office, and you might have 50 people here, I don't know, but that you're like, hey, somebody else needs to be here and join me with this journey. Please go out and bring them and have them come join us as well. Okay, so role play, social media, time management is the launch phase. That's setting the foundation. Accelerate is making sure you're pushing forward on the fundamentals that we have to learn in the business. How to get the listing, how to work with buyers, open house strategies. And I know you're like, well, we have the listings sell so fast. We have open house stuff. Well, lots of different ways to skin that cat. And I can help you. We can all help you. The leadership here can help you find open houses and or other opportunities. I'm glad I'm not the only one who has barking dogs. And then follow up, the client experience. You guys, when I went through this chapter and thought, oh, could you imagine, kid, if you actually put in a client experience program when you first got into real estate? Maybe I wouldn't have had to reinvent the wheel like every other year. It probably took me 20 years to figure that one out. So take advantage of what we've got here and build the business for you. The third part of this, the third section of track is going to be running your business like a business. You all, I don't know if there's anyone on here that is in the real estate business that decided I want to go punch a clock from 9 to 5. If you did, raise your hand. Okay. That means you're an entrepreneur. And an entrepreneur means you're growing a business. And when you're growing a business means you cannot do things the same way that what you learned most likely in school, whatever your school was, unless you were brought up by entrepreneurs. You have to look and see things differently. And Michelle is grinning and smiling. I see that. And if you're a business owner already, we're still going to push you to think and learn and look at things differently. You are not if you're going to be a technician and just do, but are you going to build a business that can actually change your life and leave a legacy? Question for you to think about today. Okay. Be a student in the market. Be the person that people want to be around. Okay. And then we're going to talk about consistency and your conversion numbers, because when you run a business knows things. Okay. A business knows that when Kit made 24 contacts, she got a sale. Kit knows that when a sale took place, when I was in production, the sale took place, and this dates me, but my average sale price was $200,000. I knew that was about a $6,000 gross paycheck. That's 24 conversations. And guess who I spoke to? I spoke to people who actually had their hand raised. Expireds and FSBOs. Well, Kit, there aren't that many expireds out there. Yeah, there's a few. So you're gonna have to find somebody else. We didn't have social media and all this other stuff. So you're learning. I didn't hear what that said, but that's okay. You guys, if you know your numbers, it takes the emotion out of it. The question is, did I make enough 24 contacts during the day to earn the amount of money I wanted to earn to do the things I wanted to do? Okay, so these are the kind of things that you're going to learn over the next 12 weeks. And I'm super excited you're here. Tracking numbers. So each of you as leaders, you might handle this a little bit differently. So you may have, some of your leaders might have you put your numbers in core, and then which is the center of real estate, where there's a tracking system. Some of you may manually do them with your book. You're going to need your book, and I'm hoping that you guys got information that you know that you need your book. You can download it, you can buy it on Amazon, but we're going to track your numbers. We also, if you have need technical support, please, for the love of God, do not reach out to me. Please reach out to whoever your leadership is, because I will not be able to help you. I will love you, I will hug you, but I can't help you with technical stuff. Reach out to your leadership. And if you don't have a leader and I'm your default leader, I'll find you someone else to reach out to, because sometimes there's some technical things that come up. So I'd like to hear from you guys a little bit as leaders. And before I do, there's three, my husband gave this to me yesterday, and it was our anniversary. We've been married 35 years. And the day before that, he gave me a napkin with 3 words written on it. And I was reflecting yesterday on how do you stay married for 35 years? So, well, thank you, Dave. How do you stay married for 35 years? And I saw the napkin, which if you see, I'll read it to you because it's not spelled correctly, which is the beauty of my husband. And it says discipline, dedication, and determination. That's how you stay married for 35 years, right? Like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's how you guys get through track. That's how you grow your business. That's how you go from a technician to an entrepreneur. That's how you run the marathon that I will publicly put out that I was going to run. That's how you show up. So with that, other leaders, chime in for things I know that we've missed, and I'm sure I missed something, but chime in on, let us know who you hear, who your teams are. And if you've gone through track, just give us one thing or something that you feel that this group needs to hear, all 42 of us, plus others that are in the room.
I would love to hear from Dave Jones first, because he just wrapped up his first round of track and they're jumping right back in again today.
Nice. Dave, you're up.
All right, I got to turn the TV down here so I don't hear myself talk. You guys hear me okay?
We got you.
So we just finished, and my big takeaway from it was getting the agents to schedule their time. You have to treat it like a job, block out everything you want to do and everything you want to get done. We had 14 agents complete. I think we had 22 sign up. We have a couple that are taking it again now that didn't make it through the first time because they got busy, and that's what happens with the business. But that's why it's great to hop right back in and do it again. But our overall experience was insane. I think we averaged 8 to 10 transactions per agent through the 12 weeks. Do the tasks, reap the rewards. That's kind of what we preached the whole time. You have to do the tasks, because if you don't, you're not going to get anything out of it. So put the work in and get the reward out. It's an awesome opportunity. You're in a group with people that are all like-minded and here to help. So ask questions and get into it. So that's my take on it.
Awesome, Dave. Thanks for sharing that. I do want to mention, it is historic for those of us who run track a number of times, that you will get to about week 4 and all of a sudden I'll be looking and I'll be like, oh, where's so-and-so? I can't wait to hear. And so-and-so's not there. And then I call so-and-so and I go, hey, where are you? And they're like, I'm at a listing presentation. Like, you're supposed to be on this Zoom. And it's historic that you guys get super, super big. If you do the work, you're going to get busy. So then you're going to have to reprioritize some things. And here's what I can urge you and tell you, that you can't get through the marathon if you quit running. You can't cross the finish line if you quit running. So however, you've got to prioritize that. And you might want to really have some conversations with your family and say, guys, if that's, we're going to have to do things differently around here for a little while, because I'm committed to this thing, because I'm committed to our future. So you're going to have to do things. So please don't quit running, and keep showing up for us and keep doing the activities, even though those opportunities are going to start to present themselves. One of the things that I know a lot of the leadership here believes in is what we put out to the world and to whatever your higher power is or what you believe in, and holy will come back to you. And when that starts to come back to you, life shows up, and then you get busy. And you just got to keep on going, because we're creating business owners here. And then the business owner has to show up every single day. If I went to Target today and they said I got too busy to open the doors, I'd be really mad because I couldn't buy my toilet paper. Don't be that. Show up and keep running. Okay, another leader, please join in. Or agent who's taken track.
Kit, it's Karen. How are you? Thank you so much. Great energy. I think it's real simple, you guys. If you opened a retail store or if you opened a restaurant, you have to invest in it hundreds of thousands of dollars before you'd ever make a dime. So invest in your business. It's going to take money. It takes time. It takes coaching. And you have to do it to be successful. You can't think that you're going to net $100,000 and not invest in it. So I think that would be my biggest advice.
Awesome. Thank you, Karen. You're absolutely right. So true. All right. Who else we got?
Hey there, Kit. Hey there. It's Michelle Naiman. I'm a girls partner with the Locker Room, and I've got a few brokerages here today. We got Hills Real Estate and Wits Realty Group and my own Haven Real Estate Co. are all on today. So thanks for being here. I want to mention that track is not just for new agents. Okay, so I want to let you all know that track is for anybody who wants to have that jump start into 2022 and to keep their momentum, keep their consistency and habits up, or if you are new, develop those habits. So if you know people who are not on today who could really benefit from keeping momentum in fourth quarter, because right now we're actually playing for 2022 already. We're 90 days out. January 5th is what we're playing for, because in real estate, we're always looking forward to our windshield 90 days. The activities we do today show up 90 days from now. So keep that in mind. And then when you hear 12 weeks, track is a 12-week course. Sometimes if you're like me, and I might be projecting here, but that could feel overwhelming. And when that feels overwhelming, my favorite question to say is just take your next step. Just take your next step, because it is chunked down so well that it's easy to get through. So when we're talking about discipline and dedication, and we're talking about being consistent, it isn't going to be something that is another thing added to your plate. You know, if we're talking about time management or priority management, and you're going, oh, another thing added to my plate. Doing this is so nice and easy. It is a marathon, not a sprint, through the next 12 weeks. And you're going to feel so amazing at the end. I can't wait to see 12 weeks from now what your numbers look like, what you've learned, how you grew, because it's going to be fun to do this with you. I appreciate y'all being here.
Oh, thank you, Michelle. Good words. I'm so glad that you shared that, because it's on my list too, about exactly what we're doing now is setting ourselves up for the next year. Yeah. And I also want to, and again, when we hop off and leaders stay on, but I want to encourage the leadership, and I'm going to publicly say it here in front of the agents too, is to pick the task that you're going to be using track with. So if you're going to be recruiting and bringing new agents and new family members onto your family, use track as showing up for your people and leading in that particular way. If you're running and you're in production and you're doing the same type of activities and showing up with them, there's no greater gift that you could give your people than showing up in that particular way. So I know I myself, every time I run track, I pick the thing that I need to do, and that's to have conversations with brokerages that need to get their people
Hello
here.
and welcome to track, which is all.
We'll play that in a second, or someone will do it for me. But again, pick what it is that it's going to be your 5, so that we can show up for your people too. Okay. You will have to have a core account. These are some of the fundamentals, if I don't forget, that I will, if you do not have a account with the Locker Room, a core, you should have gotten an email with an invite and it might have gotten pushed into your junk box or something, but you're going to need what we call a core account. And I'm going to attempt to do this, and go to core. So this is what core looks like. Can you guys see my screen?
Elias is going to go.
Huh? Can you guys see my screen okay?
Yeah,
Michelle?
now we can. Now we can.
So this is, you're going to have to have an account for core, and it's going to have a place for you to track numbers. And again, get with your leadership, because you may be tracking numbers here. You may be tracking numbers manually. And so you will have the opportunity to do that, but you're going to need a core account. Okay. If that doesn't, then you're going to need step 2 is you're going to need a Locker Room University account. And I'm going to stop sharing for a second so I can pull that up and what that looks like. And I'm going to share again. I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy here. And you're going to need a university account. For all of you here, there are so many things. And here's, again, these are just things of pieces of advice that I'm going to give you that hopefully you'll heed. There are over 500 courses in the university. And if you're a lifelong learner like I am, oh, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. I can get so caught up in going to 1,000 different courses and forget that I came in just for to do track. So if you have extra time, certainly go check out some of those courses, but please just stay on track so that we can get through the next 12 weeks. If you are an individual and you purchase this separately, you will have access to this for a full year. If you are in a brokerage that is a partner with us, obviously you will have access for as long as the relationship is. So you can always go back. And it's one of those systems that if you started watching this and you quit and you had to go, you could always go back. Even after you've watched one of I've watched, like I said, the time management, I don't know how many times, priority management. You could always go back and watch them. So you'll search in here for track and the course will come up. It's super easy. Again, I think they make these things kit proof because you have technology and you want someone to break it, have kit try it. So here, all you have to do is go on the thing, you'll actually watch it and it'll say continue. And you push continue and it goes on to the next. Approximately it's about, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but it's about 60 to 65 minutes of actually video per week. Some might be close to 60, some could be 45, whatever. It's about an hour of video time a week. And then your prospecting is going to take you whatever it takes you. So to have 5 conversations or 25 conversations a week, you could get really, really lucky and have them, 3 days of the week. Or it could take you longer, but you'll have to continue the run. So having said that, is it okay with you guys if I play the welcome from Jake? Are we good for that? All right, ready? If you can see my screen, and if I need to do something differently, somebody yell at me.
Hello, welcome to Track, which is all about taking relentless action through commitment and knowledge. I'm so happy that you're here. We get to spend the next
Hello and welcome to Track, which is all about taking relentless action.
Who's doing that? I'll put him on his normal speed. Oh, that gives me a good idea. By the way, if you need to watch the thing over and over and over again, you can put Jake on a faster speed.
Together, improving your business and improving your life. Guys, my name is Jake Dixon. I'm the founder of the Locker Room. I just got to tell you, we have had a very unique perspective over the past several years. Why? Because we have helped hundreds of brokerages, thousands upon thousands of agents just like yourself. And we've had a front row seat to observe what works and possibly even more importantly, what doesn't work. And we've crammed and packed all that in the next 12 weeks to pour back into you. So I know you're going to get value as long as you continue to remain committed, you show up, you do the work and everything that's asked of you. Fair? So guys, here's the deal. We're extremely passionate about serving what we commonly refer to as the blue ocean. So if you look at the NAR statistics, they will reveal to you that there's a couple key areas of improvement that are going on within our industry. And it remains pretty consistent over the years. That is, number one, roughly 87% of agents do not make it past their first 2 years of the business. It's hard, right? And secondly, 97% of agents close 24 or fewer homes per year. And this is largely what makes the Locker Room different, is because we are focused on helping those agents. Now, if you're here and you're already doing 25 or more units, that's fine. You're still going to get a lot out of this course. But this is specifically designed to get you on the fast track to success, doing 25 or more sales per year, or whatever your ultimate goal is that falls within that range. Make sense? So what we're going to do is spend the next several weeks together going over things like the foundational principles that we know work, such as time management, and focusing on the basic tasks that when compounded over time will yield you big results. We're going to shift into other areas such as skill set development and helping you really run your business like a business. All right. Now, look, this is not a get rich quick thing. I'm not here to promise you anything. This is not for the faint of heart. This is certainly going to challenge you. It's going to push you. You got to show up and do the work. There's nobody that's going to come rescue you. It's all up to you. We can give you everything, but it's going to come down to you absorbing the information and then putting it into motion. All right. Now, I'm going to also encourage you to do this over and over. You need to develop mastery in this. So just because you complete track once, I'm going to encourage you to do it again, and then again, and then again, because when you master the fundamentals of the game, that's all you need to know. See, I played college and professional baseball. And one thing I know is the same way I would teach a kid to grip a bat or hold a baseball when he's 12 years old is the same exact thing the guys on TV earning millions upon millions of dollars are doing. The fundamentals of the game don't change. What changes is that the game speeds up. Instead of going 55 miles an hour, now they're throwing 95 miles an hour. And so it is true with real estate. There's nothing different from whether you're doing 12 units a year, 24, 36, or 100. It's just that the game speeds up, all right? So what you're going to learn and what we're going to continue to focus on through this course over the next 12 weeks, more so than anything, is about consistency. Consistency compounds. It's all about time on task over time and accepting that this is a process and I need to remain committed to the process, okay? So every week, what you can expect is every week will come with it a series of tasks, exercises that we're going to ask you to stop and complete, challenges to gamify the experience, and of course, video modules along the way to help balance the learning portion of things and the doing portion of things. Now, I said this just a moment ago. You have to remain committed to the process. This is not going to be easy, and it shouldn't be easy, and yet it's worth it. So let me give you my definition of commitment. Commitment is doing what you said you were going to do long after the feeling or emotion in which you said it has passed. See, I know you're here for a reason. You chose to commit to this course for a reason. You want something more. You want a better life for yourself. You want to impact more people. So it's easy to say that when you're on a high and you're emotionally charged up. But are you still just as excited as that week 8 or 6 months from now or a year and a half from now? See, that's real commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your time. This is your time to decide. Make a decision. If you look at the word decide, C-I-D-E, literally means to kill off. Many of you are just one simple decision away from having everything you want in this life through this vehicle, otherwise known as real estate. Because see, when I decide, and I really decide, that means I've killed off every other option. I've killed off fear, I've killed off doubt, I've killed off complacency and mediocrity, because once and for all, I'm taking a stance for what I know I'm worth and what my family deserves. Focus on your journey, not someone else's. This is your journey. Remain committed to the goal and be flexible in your approach to achieving that goal. So guys, let's buckle up. Real estate is a contact sport, and it is time to get your jersey dirt.
All right. Thank you, Jake Dixon. He always does such a great job. All right. So we've been on for half an hour now. We've talked about the tools that you need, your book, core, the university, the 3 fundamentals there. We've talked about the fact that we will be 12 weeks. We will be meeting here every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. And the process will look like the teams will be reporting. We're going to see how many people we have, guys, and see if we can't break you into teams. So we do our reporting of numbers. We'll have a leader who you choose to lead that week report the numbers for the team, so that we're not having 44 people report their numbers and we have to figure out who's what, where, and when. And stories. Please bring us some stories. What happened? We'll have your leaders pick a story for the week. What happened? What did you learn? What is something that we can learn from to help and support each other? Okay, so that's the format. The other piece of the format is please show up. Please turn on your cameras. We want to see. One of the challenges that we have is with Zoom, I can't, if your camera is not on, I think you're doing something else. And to the person who's leading this, it's disrespectful because we are giving everything we've got. So please show up with your camera. I don't care if you don't have makeup on. I don't care what you look like. None of us do. We're here as a team. We're here to play. Please have your cameras on. Yeah, smile. Even if you don't smile, if you're grumpy, that's okay. We can handle it. Just show up. Okay. Other leaders, did I miss anything that I need to share for the next 12 weeks? No, got it all. Somebody's grumpy. Well, that means we're sending you a great big hug, Joe, because you can't be grumpy when somebody's hugging you. It's called heart to heart. People can't grump when you're heart to heart.
I think it's just super important, Kit, to just say, you guys are here now. You made the commitment to show up today. So if you can commit to this every week for 12 weeks, it's going to seem long. When we're in it, you're going to think like, oh, 8 more weeks of this. But the thing is, you're setting up for your career. It should be able to sustain you for your entire lifetime until you're ready to retire. So 12 weeks is just like a small blip if you think about it. But if you show up here with really high energy and a high level of commitment with, just like Kit said, your camera's on, engage, talk to us, engage in the chat, show up, right? How you show up here is how you will show up in your career, right? If you know, you just heard Dave Jones say it, his group just got done 8 to 10 transactions per agent. What would that do for you? An extra 8 to 10 transactions this year, right? That's a vacation, that's paying off your car, your mortgage, whatever it is, that's good money. That's in addition to what you were already selling, right? So show up here and know that the results are being tracked. This is tried and true. It works. Show up here at a high level. Your career is bound to take off.
Absolutely. And you guys, we have people coast to coast here. Referrals.
Yeah.
We have Minneapolis in the house. We have Connecticut in the house. We have East Coast, West Coast, South Coast. I don't know if we, California, we might not have, but we might. But you guys, there's opportunities for business within these relationships.
Kit, can I add something, Kit?
You sure may.
So one of the things I would like to share that I share with our group here in our freshman class, if you will, take advantage of this relationship that your brokerage or your leadership has with the locker room. Take advantage of the opportunity that you are being presented, whether you're brand new, a seasoned agent, that you get to experience this. Speaking for myself, 15 years ago, I was handed a key to the office and go sell a house. You're now being given a roadmap to build a business or sustain it. So like Kit and Kristen have said, commit to the process, but feel honored that you get to take advantage of this experience and this journey.
Yeah. Go hug your brokers today or virtually, because let me tell you, just like you, Reed, I got a telephone and a desk and literally a phone book. Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, me too. A desk, a telephone, and a phone book, and told to go make phone calls. So yes, I mean, we have, think about yesterday, Facebook and Instagram and whatever, the whole social media platform by Zuckerberg went down. And how many of you were like, wow, I didn't know I depended so much on social media for my business. I don't know. I was like, I'm going to have to find old ways to do new business, because should this ever happen again, I don't want to, I don't know how much did Zuckerberg lose in one day, $7 billion. I know that wasn't my number, but I also know it told me I need to get phone numbers. I need to get voice to voice with more people, or have the ability to, because a lot of my work was through that system. And this will help us get creative and keep the momentum going and your resourcefulness for those times when yesterday happened. So.
Absolutely. Thank you, Michelle. All right. Well, I think we've covered probably the intro today. I hope you guys are energized. I sure am. I can't wait to hear all your stories. Please share in the Facebook page that Kristen will be, setting up who you are, from where you hail, what's your superpower. And if you have 8 additional transactions, put in there what you're going to do for what you're going to buy. Right. So if I hit my goals this time, I'll say it publicly. There's a horse in Utah. If any of you are in Utah, I need to get a horse from Utah. Here, that puppy costs $20K. For me to justify spending $20K on a horse, I gotta have some stuff done. So it's publicly out there, just like running the marathon. What are you gonna do? Put it out there for us so that we can celebrate and push you. All right, and leaders, anything else that you want to share? And then if not, hang around with me for a couple of minutes, and Kristen and Michelle, Eric, Bob, I see you, whoever else is, Kevin, whoever else is a broker, owner, team leader, please stick around for a few minutes just so we can chat. So if the rest of you guys are agents, go dive in today.
And you all know the homework is to complete week 1, right? Complete week 1 of Track Plus, and if you have issues getting into that, don't call Kit.
Thank you.
No, let your leadership know. You can reach out to any of us at the locker room. We'll help you out. But yes, week 1, have that complete before our next meeting.
Yes, awesome. And be on the Facebook page. Get on the Facebook page. All right.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
You bet.